It's time for the thought of the day. So with that, yeah, so here we are. We're looking at the DA Wilson out there in Collin County, Texas, and how corrupted they are, and how the DA is under investigation for allegedly got them touchy-feely hands. The prosecutor in Carmelo Anthony's case is under investigation for similar to the same stuff. So as we see, and we continue to dive deep into this, even the judge itself, father before him, had his hands in allegedly all sorts of corrupted type stuff. So we looking at a system of corruption, covered up, motherfuckers that got cases of their own, still sitting behind the seats of what we call power, and judging a child who ain't never broke the law in his life, even saved a life in his lifetime, being bullied and harassed by the same folks that Holocaust massacred, genocide, and enslaved his forefathers, the same folks that Jim Crow lawed them, same folks that was running around here KKK lynching them, his forefathers, are now infringing on him as he sits up under a tent from the rain, minding his own business. They infringe on him, Metcalf and them, and they covered up the video. Don't show what really was happening in the video, because it was more than just a push. The brothers put hands on Carmelo, from what other witnesses have said. And here we are today, finding out that the DA and the prosecutor and the judge is just as dirty. People who got charges and got people stating that they're going through certain harassments with these folks, and they're prosecuting a child who's an honor student who ain't never had no issues with the law to the fullest of the law. This wouldn't happen if he was white. We all know this. But see, they showing us and telling us all the time that there's no law for us. There's no justice for us. We're participating in codes and regulations that they created against us to be able to capitalize off of making money off of mass incarcerating us and demonizing us as the criminals, as they sit as the criminals still to this day, who stole all the resources, all the wealth and the land, and stole our people and sold them around the world. But they're not getting no smoke from the other nations. They're not getting no smoke from the other people around the world based off of them being the greatest criminals the world has ever seen. And that's the United States government. It's just what it is. And this is why these criminals can sit as DAs and prosecutors and not be prosecuted to the fullest of the law for their harassments that they're doing to their own constituent right there in their own offices. Tongue-tied that all up. But that's just the reality to it. So now, their own counterparts and co-workers don't even want to work around them, because they're criminals doing crime within their own cabinet and covering their corruption up. And at the same time, prosecuting an innocent young man to the fullest of the law who had to defend himself in ways that he didn't want to defend himself, based off of him asking them to leave him alone and not wanting to take part in the whole situation of those boys running up on him. Because he didn't run up on them. But this is that reality that we under. So definitely check it out, man. Because you guys, I think it was Sister Matthews that brought that out when it comes to all the documents of indictments and lawsuits that this actual cabinet has when it comes to this DA and these prosecutors. Some fucking bullshit, man. But this is that reality. This is what we've been dealing with forever. They get plea down deals and cover-ups while we get mass incarceration and prosecuted to the fullest of the law. And y'all think we ain't oppressed? Y'all think that we still free? Nigga, we ain't free. Emancipation and proclamation to mass incarceration ain't freedom. Liberation is freedom when you separate from those that came to Holocaust and massacre and genocide you. You don't want to still be with their children who ain't never been brought to justice for the crimes against humanity and the property and resources that are stolen goods that they still keep to this day, they're criminals too. You don't get to keep the you don't get to keep the goods of the crime. If you do, then you're a part of the crime. You got to give the goods back to the people that you stole it from in order to right the wrong of the crime. And if you don't, and you know it was a crime that had taken place to get those goods, and you still took the goods, then that means you no different from the criminals that actually took the goods. You're a part of it. You are a accessory to commit murks, robberies, theft, enslavement, you name it, Holocaust, you still a part of all that shit. Why? Because you keeping the stolen goods, the stolen items, the artifacts, the land, the people. We ain't asked to be with these motherfuckers. The fuck part y'all don't get. This wasn't some old come kumbaya, hug me ass motherfucking relationship. This was black and white water, motherfucker. Do y'all know what that is? Do you know what it means to be chased down the street by a mob of people over you going in the wrong bathroom? Do you understand the reality of that shit? Just to think, walking into a store and a whole bunch of motherfuckers chasing you down the street because they telling you don't belong in that goddamn store. Well, that's just what happened pretty much to our brother Cyrus out there when it comes to the Rick Child and them chasing them down the street over a bottle of water. Black and white water. Sundown towns. Black stores, white stores. Get caught in the wrong store. You go down. Noose on your neck. We in the same shit. Ain't nothing changed, guys. And when we can understand that, then we can deal with that shit. So with that, the DA, dirty, criminal, prosecutor, dirty, criminal, and the judge, dirty, criminals. But they all, look at that, behind the law. No doubt. So the law get to break the law and then get the lenience of the sentence of the law. But you and I get prosecuted to the fullest of the law. Make that make fucking sense. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.